Okay, now we're live. If anybody is out there in the chat, let me know if you can hear me because I'm not using the Plantronics today. I'm trying to see if it'll work normally. Hey, GB. Cool. You can hear me loud and clear. Jalen, say something. Jalen?
Yeah. Sorry, I was muting at first. I was bringing the YouTube up.
Yeah. So, Eric, can you hear Jalen? Hopefully everything's working right today.
Hey, Eric. All right.
Cool. Everything's good. So are you working on the Bird of Prey today, Jalen?
No, that is finished. I'm working on the Katinga.
Oh, cool. Oh. And I am doing windows. Lots and lots of tiny... I did not realize that I skipped past these last 3 over here. And I'll show everybody what I mean. So up here, these openings are actually doors that they only open when they're docking. You know, this is so that the I forget what Mark said they were, but the guys inside here can actually see what's going on outside as they throw out the lines to be pulled into port, pulled up to the dock. I did 2 of them last night, forgot to do the other ones. Well, the windows take forever, especially square windows.
That's pretty much comes in handy.
Well, Eric, who's doing the same kit,
yeah,
he's doing the same kit, and he's like, I ain't opening those. I'm like, why not?
Yeah, got the windows down in the shuttle bay. I got to put them in though.
Nice. And I see that you got.
I was gonna flat coat it. Yeah, but I was gonna flat coat it before I did the windows, but then I realized, I do want them to be diffused, so I might as well wait. I could just paint over.
Yeah. Well, I see that you got them square, which getting windows square when you have to cut them yourself is a bit of a task.
Yeah, well, that's just the photo etch.
Oh, okay.
If you can see behind it all, it's kind of rounded out on the edges where the background of it is.
That's okay.
Yes. Most of that will be hidden by diffusion anyway.
I'm a firm believer, because I do it all the time, in the biggest skill you have to have in model making is knowing how to fix your mistakes.
Yeah, I went behind it and was able to scrape out enough of the plastic so where it looks pretty passable.
Well, then I know that part of Eric's reason for not doing these windows is he. So this is my. Actually, that's the triangle one. This is my large square file,
Mm-hmm.
and these windows require this
Are you
small.
one of these?
Yeah, but these windows require the small square file.
Yeah.
And what Eric has, I believe, find. Oh, where is it? Wait, who's coming in? Is it Eric?
Hey, Spence.
Hey, Spence.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes. Okay.
So what Eric has, I believe, I don't even know if I have a square file in that size. I don't think I do, but he has. Wait, that's the square file, I think. It's not. He has files like these, which are a little bit bigger than my middle set.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish the files had smooth sides, so you can only file one edge while resting it against another.
Yeah. But that's part of the challenge of it.
Yeah.
Wait, I do have a square file here. And see, this square file is the one size that Eric has is actually larger than the hole, than the door. And the difference between these two is this one's about 8 years old, and this one has a really fancy handle.
I switched over to the ones with the red handles, because I used to use diamond files for photo etch, but I noticed they would bend the parts too much, and then on plastic they would gouge them out. These things, if you use the light hand, you don't gouge out the plastic.
Yeah, well, and these tiny ones, I think, are the first ones I ever bought, so that would make them about 11 years old.
That's impressive.
Or no, wait. No, they're not the first ones. They are the second set, so they're only about 10 years old, because the ones without anything on the handle are the ones that are 11 years old, and I've lost most of them. Or broken.
Mm.
Eric's all quiet out there.
He doesn't play anymore.
Yeah. But actually he did. He and I were on He and I were on yesterday for about 3 hours. And the problem was,
he was a little tired out.
Well, yeah, that's exactly the problem. The problem today is that his back is killing him. We already talked today, and his back is just really bad after sitting for that long.
Sure. Well, my landlord almost had a lawsuit on their hands. My stairs are all icy, and there's no sand on them. And I was coming back from the grocery store and slipped on them and twinged my back.
Not good.
Yeah. Luckily, it's feeling okay right now.
Yeah. My back, which I actually go in for epidurals tomorrow, my back is 100% old age. I realized a couple of days ago that this birthday puts me 3 years away from 60.
Wow.
Yeah. And that birthday is coming up really fast.
It just goes faster and faster. Yeah. My parents are 69.
That's a wonderful age. Sorry. And that's the thing, is that while I was off over Christmas, the past couple of times I've taken extended leave, it's been like, okay, I'm ready to get back to work. When it came time to go back to work, I was like, I don't want to go back to work. Eric said in the chat, old man, it's not the years, man, it's the mileage. I got a lot of mileage.
Respect your elders, Eric.
Eric knows. If he gets too lippy, I'll just drop a 50-pound magnet on his back. Then he won't be able to do anything.
Does that work with titanium?
Probably not, but we're going to pretend it's not titanium, that it's just steel he has in there.
So what are you working on, Spence?
Just trying to get everything tweaked, but I figured I'd start my Star Wars group build. That thing right there.
Cool. Nice kit.
Yeah, I love being in this sucker.
Is that the right way around for you guys? Like,
Yes.
it's not like
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I
see,
had to reorient my camera, so it's always kind of weird.
and it should be, if I'm not mistaken, Spence, backwards for you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's just what Discord does, because this is actually my right hand.
Oh yeah, this is my left hand.
Uh-huh. Well, you're oriented different, I guess, because it's the backhand still.
Well, that's a different story.
Kenny, what's up? By the way, Kenny can no longer say that he can't get into Discord. He figured it out. He joined us yesterday for about an hour.
Wow.
Your secret's out, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
Yes, that new I love your new camera. That is so awesome.
We can see each and every follicle.
Exactly. Mine would be a bit better if I would figure out my lighting. And I think what it is the lighting's only 3 foot from the desk. I keep thinking about hanging all 4 of these lights actually up on the ceiling, which would probably make it a lot better, but then it'd make it a lot better for filming. But I like to have light farther down, closer to me, for the brightness, because I have not used much. Go ahead, Spence.
I noticed now my camera was sitting on my desk, and now I have it attached to the wall away from the desk. And I noticed that when I do that, this will probably make a liar out of me now, it focuses better.
Yeah.
I think because of the vibration from the desk was mucking around with it. Doesn't take nearly as long to focus either close or far away.
Well, and here, let me show you, because Eric and I looked at it yesterday, and I think a lot of it is, the difference is hugely the fact that the one camera is about 2 feet, it's 8 inches from the light. This one's about 3 foot from the light, and it's a huge difference. It's not nearly as blown out.
Yes, Kenny, I am using the new mic. Is there a difference?
See if I can get this to focus. That's better.
I am at the mercy of whatever Discord's noise reduction is, but yeah, I am using the new mic.
The camera I'm using today is just the one off of my Chromebook.
That's not bad.
No.
I may have to, because the best camera I've had sounds far. Do you have it on cardio? The best camera
I do have it on cardioid. Hold on a second. Do I sound far away to you guys?
No, you sound perfect. I think
that's just Discord's in.
No, I think Kenny's just sitting far away from the speaker.
All right. Well, I can't use this microphone on my Chromebook because it turns off my speakers.
That's no good.
Because I don't know if you can see, but this right here, this is the actual base the microphone, so it's not that far away. And yes, it is on cardio.
Unless the solar res takes a bit longer when you use a cheap UV flashlight.
No, actually, I'm not on headset today, Kenny. Got it to work with my Nano. Although I should probably turn it because there now it's spacing straight at me.
I can turn it up. Well, no, the microphone actually says I'm clipping right now. Hold on. Is that too loud? Ooh.
No.
1, 2, 3. I guess I'm kind of clipping a little bit, but I think it's okay.
There we have, start to finish, one more window. Cool. Kenny says he can hear all of us clearly. What I'm going to have to try again sometime, because the best camera I've had so far is this one, using Droid Cam. Droid Cam for a while was being funky. You know, it was disagreeing with Discord, so I'm going to have to try it with Discord again sometime.
You know, unfortunately, Droid Cam doesn't work with Chromebook.
Ah. You're right. Actually,
PC's right now. When I get my new apartment, I'm going to try to put the PC right next to my workstation here, my workbench.
Hey, Star Trekkin', welcome. It also does not work with what is it? My Firebook or Fire Tablet, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. And like I can link my phone with the Chromebook, but I can't share the screen, which doesn't make any sense because you can cast.
What you need is one like this, Jalen.
Yeah.
Although I think, nope, it's still got good batteries. I don't use the style res often enough to have that, but you guys know me. When I buy something, I buy all the bells and whistles for it.
I'm patient. I can wait for it to harden.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So an interesting conversation with Agora this morning through email.
What was that?
Well, through email. I just got charged. Let me not drill this while I'm talking. I just got charged for the 3rd issue of the Route Master. And I was like, I don't have the 2nd issue yet, or shipment. So I emailed them, because we've emailed back and forth a couple of times about the 2nd shipment, because it took them 3 weeks to even ship it. Or no, it was about 2 weeks before they shipped it, and then they shipped it around Christmas. And I got an email from the DPD, which I think is some sort of British post over there, and they have it's never been updated. And well, the tracking has never been updated, so I emailed them today, because that's 10 days since they shipped it, 10 days, 2 weeks, and they said, yeah, they're backed up, so it'll eventually show that it's moved. I'm like, really? Because what it's showing is the DPD is still waiting for them to ship it out.
Jeez. Yeah, I sold my e-bike, and I told the guy you can have the taillight cord when it gets shipped from the factory. But it hasn't been shipped out yet. It's a direct-to-consumer company, so they haven't even gotten it yet.
Yeah.
And it's been about 3 or 4 months now. Since October.
That's crazy. And then I emailed Fan Home as well, because Fan Home, same time or the next day after the email from DPD, Fan Home reshipped the replacement for the issue 6 for Fast and the Furious that I got instead of the Iron Man. And it moved as far as Lincoln, Nebraska. You know, it was actually accepted by FedEx, and it's been stuck in Lincoln, Nebraska for the last 10 days.
Of course it has. And I noticed there's a cat food shortage. My grocery store is completely sold out just about cat food.
Oh yeah. I went to Walmart the other day and there is nothing.
Hey, Derek.
This little cat lady's like, where's all the cat food? I don't know.
Hey, Dirk.
Hey, Dirk.
This is still better than the micro crystal clear or any of the other resins for cure time.
Oh, the solar resin?
Yeah. I just noticed where the tape doesn't fully seal. Sometimes you get kind of a cruddy window, but it's pretty convenient.
Well, of course they're making shortages. That way they can say that it's because of the gas, and the gas prices are going to go up. And, you know, It's funny because we keep it. We don't mean to, but we're now to where we're stocked for like a month in the house, that if everything's shut down, there's a couple of minor things that we would have to get.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't starve.
We're kind of the same way, but we have a bunch of dry cat food, but we still try to buy canned when we can't, when it's possible.
Yeah. Well, we have 5 dogs that, they go through dog food pretty quick. And unfortunately, a 30-pound bag is like $50 these days.
The problem is she's getting to the work, only the most expensive cat food is available, and she's beginning to like that, so now she's not eating anything else. And she can eat her food because I mix her meds in there. She has hypothyroidism.
Yeah.
I'm not plotting, I'm just scheming. There's a difference.
I like what you're doing for the cats, for the feral cats outside, Kenny. I really do.
Yeah.
Because as much as there are people who hate cats, Eric, and hate stray cats, those cats, especially like in the big cities, are doing a huge service for the human beings. The rat population is kept down by those cats.
Our cats prefer to be outside. We tried bringing them in once, and they'd rather stay outside, so they take care of the mice, but they'll eat right alongside the possums and raccoons and stuff, though.
Well, it's all in how you raise them, because we had a cat, me and my ex-wife. Bear was an inside cat from the day he was born. And so when we moved from Fairbanks to Anchorage, Bear was like, "What's this outside shit?" He sat, we put him in the car, and he got up in the center where I saw him with the rear view mirror the whole time. And then it's a 6-hour drive between Anchorage and Fairbanks. So we took him out, got him out of the car so that he could go to the bathroom. And he went under the car directly in the middle and said, "I am not going outside. There's too much outside out there." So we had to, we got him and pulled him back out from under the car, put him in the car, and he didn't get out of the car again until we were back in Fairbanks. Or actually, no, we were moving from Fairbanks to Anchorage. It was 35 years ago, long time. Kenny, when a cat does that for you, it's saying that you are in charge. It's saying to you that you're its people because it's trying to feed you.
This is gonna be fun.
A 1/24th Spitfire. Where's my Internet Explorer?
This shuttle bay photo etch has some pretty nice gaps that need to be filled. They're on the front here. There's some in the back and the corners that are pretty sizable. You can see the light in there.
Yeah.
That's not even a bad price. Jeez. $80 for a 1/24th Spitfire.
That air fits?
Yeah.
1/24th. Lord.
156 parts, skill level 3. Actually looking for a wingspan. It doesn't say on the outside of the box.
How am I going to do this?
So apparently it flies because it says flying hours 4. down the specs, item scale 1/24th. Contents, what's in the box, sprue and decals, finish, plastic, number of scheme options 2, skill level 3, flying hours 4. Wait a minute. Wingspan is 381 millimeters.
My calculator.
15-inch wingspan. That's not bad. That's almost as big as the wingspan on the A380 was.
I'm gonna have to do this slowly, top and bottom, with some JB Weld.
Oh, yeah, if you want to try light block.
Yeah. Get it taped off so it doesn't seep on. Yeah.
I think I might have to get it as well, Kenny. Fortunately, it's not somewhere I can get it right now because then I would buy it.
You need to work before it can fly though.
Eric was saying something today about me having no willpower.
Just because he's a robot with endless energy doesn't mean that we're all Or cyborg, I should say.
Well, see, my problem is I have no willpower and I have a large budget. Shh, don't tell my wife I said that. I have her convinced I might not have enough money.
Packages. What's up with it? It keeps you out of his ear.
By the way, did you guys see Eric's new toy?
Oh, his rotary tool?
Yes, it is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Yesterday when he and I were on Discord video, we got it put together and he started using it. He is very pleased. Actually, there were two of us helping him put it together. Kenny, that was when Kenny was on too. Star Trek, and you are absolutely right. And Eric Spence is working on a TIE bomber, I believe. And see, that's the thing too, Star Trek, and is that it's benefit of being older, having disposable income, and not yet being retired to where there's more disposable income. Because when I retire, a lot of that disposable income will go away.
Eric, tell Buck if there's a commercial kit of a TIE bomber available. I don't know where it's at.
So what is that?
What are you talking about? It's
TIE Interceptor. Okay.
yeah.
Hi, Kelly.
That's awesome. We now have Kelly and Elaine listening with Kenny. Hey, ladies. Hope your Sunday is good.
Hello.
And just to let everybody in on something, on Tuesday, I'm actually going to have a slight rebranding of my channel, meaning I'm actually going to have a logo.
Wow.
My wife and
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
exactly.
Yeah, is he going to come after you for that?
It's going to be interesting because they surprised me with it. It was a birthday present.
Okay.
No, and it's something I've been trying to get a logo for my channel for a while now. Both Terry and my other son do graphic design. You know, no schooling or anything. They just do it on the computer.
Yeah, I'd love to do that 3D design stuff that like Dana's doing, but like Kenny says, I don't have the patience for that. I have the smarts, but not the patience.
Around with Fusion 360. I don't know what Dana's using. It's not horrible, but I really just don't have the time. That's my problem.
Eric said it seems like everybody's rebranding, but really, Eric, I'm not rebranding. I'm just branding finally. And hello, Kelly, using Kenny's phone.
I haven't changed my logo since ever. I
Yeah.
don't think.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Mm.
That's the thing, Spence. If you look at my videos, I don't have a logo.
Yeah, it's true.
Starting on Tuesday, I do. Dirk, for watching this, you are actually losing space loot because what we have is it's set up so that the three of us get your space loot from Kenny's streams while you watch us.
That's right.
What Buck doesn't know is that I'm already stealing from him as well at the same time. So
That's okay. Because I'm stealing from Bud. Eric said Buck Booty. Kenny said that he didn't rebrand. He got hijacked. Dirk said it's not like you need a logo. Damn, I'm out of here then. And laughed. Not left, laughed. Trust me, Dirk. When you see the logo on Tuesday, you'll be right there with me thinking that it is very appropriate for my channel. And it's going to make me learn to use OpenShot a little more so that I can actually incorporate it.
I don't know if this is going to zoom in or not. Try. Might
Kind
have
of.
to do this manually.
Cup it in your hands and bring it up there like that.
Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't.
Or if you
I
have
have to do
a
this.
if you have white
I'm gonna have to manually.
cardstock.
I can do it manually here real quick.
All right. Nice.
It's not how easy, but I know it's an NPC kit, but I'm pretty sure it looks like he's got an eye patch.
He might.
It does. They pulled him over from a pirate ship.
You killed. Yeah, you did. Eric killed his
Star
tiny
Wars
second pilot.
Caribbean crossover.
Oh boy.
What's funny too is Eric and I were talking today, and he's going to light up his warships like they're cruise ships.
Hmm. Like the Ida Blue.
Yeah, pretty much. You've seen pictures of that, right?
Yes.
I have to repost that on the forums.
Mm.
By the way, after messing around with this quite a bit yesterday, Eric and I were both discussing the, if I can get them to move my thumb. Hang on. The bow thrusters, the doors,
Mm-hmm.
that you can't really see it that well in the picture, but they fit perfect other than some minor gaps. I mean, really minor. And then the box that goes behind them, hang on. Maybe there, you can see them. The box that goes behind them, this, I've got to light block really well because there will be light leaks otherwise.
Yeah. Well, you know, Kenny, if he started doing that, I think his interceptor build will turn into a cabana.
Pretty sure Ewoks came about because somebody was smoking weed.
Yeah. And Dirk, I'm right with you there. Buck Booty scares me a little bit too.
Luckily, all we've seen so far is buck titties.
To all of our younger viewers, just consult with your parents what we're talking about. It'll be fine.
Wait, have we broken the PG rating yet?
Close enough.
I always set my videos to not for kids.
Me too.
Yeah.
Kids want video games, not models.
Yep. I mean, my grandson, years and years ago, we tried to get him into modeling, and we got close. And then, we got him a model, but the thing is, and this is like 15 years ago, 10 or 15 years ago, and Jordan finished it in like a day and a half. It was a soapbox racer, but he finished it so fast that he was not at all happy with it. And every now and then I offer to get him in, give him a model and say, let's go.
I mean, I was infatuated with video games when I was a kid, but models would fill me with such a sense of wonder with all the parts that you're putting together, and then eventually I start painting them.
Yeah.
I have some fond memories.
Well, and that's the thing is, as a kid, I was really crappy at building, but nowadays I sit here, I put something together, and when I get done, I look at it and I'm like, I did that. Wow, I can't do that.
When I finish something, I get pretty giddy, and especially over the photos.
And and it's actually a relatively new philosophy. Does it look good at 6 feet? I'm a lot happier with my models because, like, these windows, I'm looking at them and I'm being the ones I'm working on right now. I'm looking at them and I'm critical of them. But then I look at it and I'm like, that's going to be lit. So if it's in a lit, dark room, you're not going to see it. If it's lit, it's going to look perfect. So why worry about it?
Yeah, that's my problem. You're up close with everything. So it makes me too much of a perfectionist.
Yeah. It's like I'm going back after a window 2 windows ago because the corner is not exact.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very pleased with the way square windows are coming out. Round windows are easy.
These are not for an IPMS show, they're for me.
Exactly.
I gotta get that through my head. But I do like that it takes me longer.
I know. I saw you, Eric, with your magnifying glass. And I'm like, put that thing down. Scratch. No, Eric. We talked about it yesterday. Let me see. Right there. Let me see if I can get it. There. That is the drill jumping out and landing back on the skin of the boat. That's not a scratch.
Oh.
That's a divot.
I'll fix it. I'll do it.
Uh-oh. Matt's about to be banned from the community because we're only 400 posts away from where he broke it.
And most of that was made up in the first week back.
I know. I'm still about a month behind on the forums. So it was funny too because Eric and Kenny were talking about these yesterday. What was funny is I actually just went across the room to get these. I use them that often. These. I saw you look over after I.
Yeah, I have a set. It says Dick Face on them.
Says what?
Dick Face.
Ah.
In Chinese English. I'll show you. Put this down here. I got too much tool error. Okay. There we go.
I actually don't use them very often, Kenny. Since I got, well, that's because you need glasses. Since I got my new glasses that are basically, they're essentially trifocals, the transitions, I don't actually switch glasses or use my magnifiers hardly at all. That is awesome.
Ow.
I actually bought this specific set because they say Dick Face.
They do. Oh. That is too funny. So how's your back, Eric, after doing Windows yesterday?
It's on Amazon, Kenny.
Just for giggles, since they're on Amazon. Amazon's search bot is usually pretty good. Just for fun, I could type. Okay. Amazon, make sure I'm on my account because my wife would be like, "What are you looking for?" That is funny as hell. That is truly hilarious. I just literally put in the search for at Amazon, Dick Face magnifier. And it's the 9th thing that comes up on my search. Those goggles exactly.
How you doing, Chris?
I don't really need a pair of those, but now.
But you do.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, just to be there for the team, copy that. Go to the chat in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And paste it. There. I have pasted it in the chat on Discord. Now, Amazon is going to have they're
It is Dick Face is now the official brand for HLI magnifiers.
Well, what's funny is
the resources.
The Amazon marketing people are going to be like, why are we having a run on Dick Face goggles?
No, they're goggles. They're Dick Face goggles.
Hey, Chris, welcome to the Madhouse. I know somebody else said it already, but hey.
That's bad, isn't it? No.
The new Matrix was so good that my wife and I both fell asleep. And she doesn't usually fall asleep during movies.
Hmm.
But on the other hand, it's kind of funny because we disagree on the new Ghostbusters. I thought it was a blast, and she hated it. And I'm really tempted, just for giggles, to try one of those round windows, because those are going to suck. Yeah, it was way too long. Yeah, Chris, I agree. Ghostbusters was a blast. And the fact that they had cameos of well, no, they didn't have Sigourney Weaver, but they had cameos of everybody else was awesome. Sorry, spoiler alert, folks. I just thought about that. Didn't give away the plot, just said they were there.
That was common knowledge.
No, it wasn't. I didn't know any of them were there until I saw the movie. I tend not to watch anything outside of YouTube videos.
Okay. Well, it was just an article I read. Because the biggest deal was Rick Moranis, because he was anti-Hollywood for, what, 20, 30 years?
What, he was... I did not see him in it.
Really? He was supposed to be in it. He was supposed to be in it. He probably got cut.
Yeah, Chris, the magnifiers can be heavy on your head, but if you have ones like these, or the dick face ones, that's funny. That's the only thing that echoed. But if you have these are not very heavy.
No, plus they have multiple magnifiers you can attach to them, and they're comfortable.
Yeah.
But just because you walked in right afterwards, Chris, I've got some dick face goggles.
And the link to them is on the chat in Discord. Let me think. And that's the thing too. If Sigourney was in the end of the credits, my wife hated the movie so much she shut it off before the credits ran. We got to the end of the movie and she turned it off.
What am I doing? Doesn't show. Oh, can't wait to can't wait till Saturday to get started on that Jesse Memorial Bill.
I think my Bel Air's supposed to be here tomorrow, but see about that.
I'm still not sure what I'm going to do for that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 1/16 kit, and if it's one of them I have now, it's either going to be the Mustang or the T-Bird or the Trans Am.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder, just because.
I might have to order some LEDs.
So you fit fine, but you do not.
Okay, so I just did a search for Sigourney Weaver and Ghostbusters. It hasn't made it to YouTube yet, but I'm sure it will.
I'll probably watch it tonight.
You going to the theater, or you have a way to get it?
No, it's on Redbox on the on the internet.
Well, hopefully it'll show up on HBO Max soon. Cool.
Is it Warner Brothers?
Actually, I don't know. Oh, good.
Yeah.
So
Warner Brothers in the theater.
Chris just posted the link on the Discord chat, so I'll have to watch that after we're done streaming.
Okay.
It's just like the 2016, and I know people are going to start throwing tomatoes. I didn't find that bad.
It wasn't Ghostbusters, so I enjoyed it.
Well, the problem is with all of them, when you go to an established franchise like that and you change people go in with a set mindset of this is what I want to see.
Right.
I mean, look at Star Wars. Everybody went into that expecting something new, and what we got was a rehash of A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
If you ignore that, it wasn't a bad flick.
Hmm. Oh. I see. You cut out the attachment points for the LEDs in the shuttle.
Toast pop out, you son of a bitch.
I'll have to see if I have those 1.5 millimeter LEDs for the 2 lights. That'd be too bright for me then.
Be fine.
I don't know how much of the shuttle bay we'll be able to see. I think it's the floor of the shuttle bay.
You can see some.
Lights up.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I like
There's
the
a
way the floor looks.
console on the deck. And then the ceiling.
Very nice.
Yes, very nice.
Well, and that's the thing too, Jalen, is once you have lights above and below at the same time,
Yeah.
it will look fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Boy, put too much light in there. You only need 3 strips. Not wide enough. A lot easier than you think to put this in.
Oh, Kenny, if you're still watching, Kenny, you probably won't be able to see this. There is dirt on this interceptor. Still in the bags, and the kit's from 1983, I think.
Save that dirt. It's unique.
1990, I guess, would be this repop.
So 1990, that dirt is officially antique.
Now, when you're talking dirt, is it like little black flecks?
It looks like dust. It's black, and I can rub it off.
Yeah, I've had that on MPC and AMT kits before, mainly the MPC ones.
Yeah.
Around school.
If you can see, there's dirt on my interceptor.
Yes.
Yes.
Kenny missed what you said, and I was going to repeat it, but then you said it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few of the kits, but mine doesn't wash off even when I'm removing mold. I don't know what the hell it is, but sometimes it's almost like baked in.
When I got the glow in the dark AMT Enterprise kit, the Tholian Web one, right in the most visible part of the saucer is a little black, looks almost like a bug embedded within the glow in the dark plastic.
Oh, jeez.
Like I couldn't sand or buff it away. It's just in there. So I'm going to have to probably make some glow in the dark sprue goo to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty girl. Kenny said, "Dirty girl's good. Dirty kit's bad." So over in the Discord chat, Bud said, "What's the difference? I have the headband one."
Oh, you keep coming off. Don't do that.
And I chatted back to him. The brand is Dickface.
Mhm.
So I have to admit, guys, after this one broke, and it's still sitting here. I'm waiting to see if they ever respond to my review on Amazon, which I don't think they will.
Whoa.
This one has held up pretty well.
Is that the Swan Morton whatever thing?
No, it's the cheapest one I could find.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that comes with what is it? It comes with 100 blades to go with the scalpel handle.
Oh, okay.
I just found a bad solder on my a blown out solder on my 0805 LED tape.
That's not good.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. So it just occurred to me I still have to post or repost pics of the shuttle since I've declared it done. And after I did the LEDs from the crawler, it actually looks, it's not quite as bright as I wanted it to be. It doesn't light up the shuttle quite as well, but I think it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek and just said Kenny is a dirty old man before his time. I think he just doesn't realize that we're all dirty old men when we start out, with the exception of you, Jalen. Hate it when I got a shaving of styrene that wants to stick in the hole. I believe that, Kenny. I believe that when you were a baby, they would put you in the bathwater and it would come out mud. And when you came out, you were just as dirty as when you went in.
This is the kit I'll be using for the Jesse build.
Nice.
Jesse.
Yeah, I saw that one over on the community.
Yeah. The tires were missing, the wheels rather. So I had to buy another kit just to get the wheels, and then I realized it was in a different scale. But in this case, it could be a good thing because this is a 125th. The wheels and tires are 124th, so they'll actually be slightly bigger. And it's surprisingly a gorgeous kit. A lot of detail.
So I just looked over on the chat, and Chris posted the ones that the magnifiers he has that use I believe they use batteries and they got the full band, but they're okay because the brand on them is As Fun. So apparently they are just as fun as the Dickface ones are. Sorry.
You guys having a book out for rooms that early? For one request?
This month or next month? Yeah, we need to figure that out because if it's going to be me, Kenny, Kelly, and you, Jalen, figure out rooms and stuff.
Yeah. I got to do the same thing.
Yeah.
That could be as fun.
I'll sleep on the floor if I have to. I'm the younger one.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
I got you beat.
Oh yeah.
I will be 37 in a couple weeks, well, a week or so.
Hey, didn't you know, Jalen?
Okay.
Didn't you know?
I didn't
Spence is the baby of HLI.
I gotta be building for all these old fogies when they finally can't do it anymore.
So Star Trek said Buck spends hours on Windows of the Enterprise and now spends hours on Windows of the Titanic. But I do spend hours putting Windows into the Enterprise, but I'm spending hours taking the plastic out of the Queen Mary 2, not the Titanic. I already did the 1-200 Titanic. I did the Windows a long time ago and have not gotten back to it in probably a year.
Yeah.
So when I finally get back to the Titanic, because I started it as a started build, I guess the first video will be the story so far. I do have to say, though, I don't remember if it's the Titanic or if it's the Black Pearl. One of those two that I don't give enough love to is the highest watched video on my channel. I think it's the Black Pearl with 895 views.
And that thing's gorgeous. I did one of those wooden puzzles of a ship when I was away, and you admit that was pretty fun. It tempted me.
Oh, Jalen, if you're even tempted, you should try wooden models. Because, well, the thing about wooden models is you determine how much is enough wood to take out.
Okay.
And if you make a mistake with a wooden model, they are so much easier to fix than a plastic one. I love doing wooden models. They just take a long time to get done.
Yeah.
And very rarely do you have to worry about the paint reacting with the primer because there's no reason to prime the wood. Paint will stick to it regardless.
True. I wish there was wish they still made the Gravedigger. I've heard that, but this is still pretty cool. There's the decal sheet.
Very nice.
Now it's on there somewhere. Jurassic Attack.
My wife was watching that the other day, right before we made dinner. I happened to walk in right at the point where they're starting to escape from, well, Nedry has just turned off the park. And it's really funny because they talk about, I've watched videos where they talk about, you can see one of the people doing special effects, you can see his hand on the Raptor as it goes into the kitchen. What's funny is that I saw 2 spots, and they only talk about the one. The first spot was where the Raptor pokes its head in, and you can see the guy. He's holding the Raptor's head, and you see his watch underneath the Raptor's neck. That was not the more obvious one. The more obvious one is as the Raptor then comes through the door. It's so funny because you watch the Raptor, they roll the thing through the door, and then you see this hand come out and go, no, Raptor's rump needs to go down, and he pushes down on it, and you're like, I'll never unsee that. Once I plank it, it's planked. Now, Kenny didn't plank a wood deck yet. I don't think. That's the thing is when you plank something, when you plank the deck or you plank the sides of the ship, you just adjust the planks that you've got to do afterwards to clean up whatever mistakes you made. And the thing on the Black Pearl, I got disappointed with the way the planking on the back wall went, even though it really didn't say to put the planking as high as I went. I got disappointed not thinking about the fact that that's actually going to be far away from the opening and you're barely going to be able to see it. Well, you know that, Jalen. 90% of making a model look good is hiding your mistakes.
Yes. We're taking skillful photos so no one sees it.
Exactly.
I noticed I have a problem I've noticed with my Future. It's the one that I have mixed with Simple Green. Because the Simple Green makes it dry with a super gloss wet look, but it's been drying like little crackles or spider webbing. I think it might be because I added alcohol.
I have never heard of anybody using Future or mixing Future with Simple Green.
I've heard of people using Windex. It's just supposed to make it a lot glossier.
Yeah. I heard about the Simple Green. I think it was with Swanee's Ultimate Guide to Future.
Yeah.
So Chris just asked if I'm going to light.
And you got to cover it because it'll become a dust trap.
Yeah.
Chris just asked if I'm going to light the Queen Mary 2, and I'm like, I wouldn't be cutting windows if I wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to look really, really awesome once it's lit. It's not going to be lit the way the Ida was with the purple and blue and green lights. It's going to be white and off-white and maybe a couple of blue lights here and there because it's, like I said in my video, it's more of a stately ship where the Ida is a party ship.
Yeah. On a ship that size, you have to light.
Oh, yeah. Hell, I've got a 1/537th scale Queen Mary. It's either Queen Mary or the Queen Elizabeth. It's like this big. I'll be lighting that one when I finally do it.
Surprised it's that small because I have a 700 that's about that big of the Titanic.
I am very much about lighting model kits. So Chris asked if we're going to light the Queen Mary 2. Eric said we both are. Chris said, not light the fuse, Eric. And Eric went, damn it. Now, actually, Chris, I believe Eric right now is planning on actually keeping this one for a couple of weeks once it's done.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to give him the cruise ship bug, which then you are very proud of your cruise ships and you don't mess with them after they're done. Yeah, Eric just said no boom boom GI. In his most juicy girl accent, he said no boom boom GI.
Juicy girl or Jersey girl?
Juicy. In Korea, the ladies that you will find in the bars downtown outside of Osan and Kunsan, they're known as juicy girls because they'll come up to you and go, "You buy me juice?" And while it looks like it's an alcoholic drink, it is not. And while they look like they are women, they might not be.
We can. I don't want to think of Eric being a juicy girl.
No, Joe. Chris came back with, "You love me long time."
Oh, you guys work with the 0805 S&D tape?
Some, but I haven't mucked around with it. No.
I do like it. I used it for the Deep Space Nine build. It took up a lot less room, but it's a bit of a pain because you've got to scrape the back of it of the terminals and remember which side is positive and negative, and then drop a little solder on there.
Yeah, I bought some for my 1000 scale NXO on the cells, and since those are now shelf cleaned, I have to do those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, surprisingly, it's not. I haven't messed them up yet.
Kenny is taking down the Christmas arch and is giggling. Obviously, that's Kelly that's typing that.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm jealous of that Christmas arch. I like it.
I know. I agree with you, Eric. I think it'd be crime taking all that stuff down.
The thing about taking all that stuff down is then you get to look forward to and plan out how you're going to put it up next year. This year we weren't going to put anything up, but then wait a minute, I got to figure this. Kenny was in the desert. Give the camels extra humps. Okay, yeah, but this year we weren't going to put anything up because of getting some stuff cut during the year. We finally put some air blowns up, and next year we're probably in the next month or two, I'm going to have to start buying more extension cords so we can actually put everything that we want to up.
to light a manger like the Enterprise bridge.
He said it looks nice, but it's a pain in the ass to take down. It's not a good Christmas decoration if it isn't a pain in the ass to either go up or come down.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you leave it up. Yeah. I didn't do anything this year. Last year, I decorated the cat tree and put a Cylon Christmas topper up, but then I realized, it's kind of stupid to put Christmas trees on a cat tree because she's clawing at it. It's a fire hazard.
Well, it's funny because we've looked around the neighborhood in the past couple of days, and we're into the second week of January, and people still have their stuff out there. Some people still have Christmas trees up inside the house.
Yeah.
Although I still have to admit, and I don't remember if it was on live stream or where it was, we talked about it. My wife and my first Christmas tree. Back when we first met, and we went out with it was a live tree. Went out with the saw that I had, which was a sheet metal saw. One of those changeable ones with just the handle and the blade. And I'm cutting that tree down, and the blade snaps literally into like 4 pieces.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, well, had to do what I had to. So then I pulled the tree literally. Wow, 2 squirrels are out chasing each other in the yard. But I pulled the tree literally out by the roots. And then at the end of Christmas, we took all the Christmas balls and everything else, which weren't many because, we had just met and they were what Andrea had. We opened the living room door because it was a walk up to where we lived. And so the yard was literally on par with the windows, same level. Open the window and threw the Christmas tree straight out in the yard. And it might still be there to this day. Yeah, we were both in our 20s. Who cares? Next week he's decorating for Valentine's Day. Kenny, you'll save some time. Just have separate sets of lights to plug in. Yeah. Blue and green for Christmas, red and white for Valentine's. Just leave the arch up.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris just put up "Free the Tree."
That's what we need. We need free tree. Free tree. We need a free tree emoji.
He got one. He put the hand, the fist up and a tree. And we did free the tree. We let it fly. Be free.
Thanks. I used to make making those little cards up that you buy in the box. Find out. I don't know what Valentine's Day is actually about in grade school.
Yeah, everybody had to give a card to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Modern Valentine's Day is about keeping Hallmark in business.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Now Eric threw up Free the Tree.
Well, you gotta free the trees before you can free Kyle, otherwise he's gonna
That could be.
run.
Eric wants you to crash your TIE Fighter, Spence.
Hey, at least I got the canopy fitting right. I did have to take him down, the pilot down from a size 10 to a size 6, just to get him to fit. Still
Man,
little feet now.
they're using the regular tree instead of the Christmas tree emoji. No, I'm not sure. I think it might be Kenny. It could still be Kelly. But Kenny's phone just said, save a tree, eat a beaver.
Goodness. In case there was any doubt about our PG-13 rating.
Okay, so I put explosion Christmas tree to blow up the Christmas tree. Eric said cut the tree down. LTC, Chris just put up a beaver. And Kenny just said that was not Kelly in all caps.
It was Mom.
Yeah.
Okay then. We never know, Kenny. I mean, Kelly hangs out just enough. We could be rubbing off on her.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
And this is where the Sunday stream degenerates into teenagers.
Degenerates into degenerates.
Exactly.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Lead smell. Lead solder.
Okay, so Kenny's phone, again, no idea if it's him or her. I think it's Kenny just said, Kelly just typed that in all caps. Eric's like, so how about that weather? Kenny said she's laughing at that. That was quite a slip there. What? What's wrong with the stream rubbing out? I mean, that's why the cameras all point down. They don't point at us. I agree. I am sure that Kelly is at least as bad as Little Sweet.
Okay, which side is which here?
You don't fit.
Positive on this side, positive on that side. Okie dokie.
Yes. Eric said Kelly is Wonder Woman to put up with Ken.
She's numb to it by now.
Desensitized.
Yeah.
So as these conversations go on Discord and going out to the world on a live stream, the thought occurs to me is of how many of us are going to be arrested during Wonderfest. Okay, so Kelly is on her own phone, and she said, "Got my own phone. I can handle it, and I can be worse, so no worries." And then Chris says, "LOL, Kelly," and she comes back with, "You have no idea." I do though. Eric's raising his hand. He realizes that she's a school teacher. That's what I was about to say. As a school teacher, I am sure after getting off work, you're like, oh, all these thoughts, I just need to let them free. I mean, think about it. All day long, when I'm in the office, these days I'm working from home, but when I'm working at the office, I am very straight and narrow, and nobody would believe that I am the way I am when I'm off work. I one time, way back when I was, had to be like 8-9 years ago, had music playing on my phone, and somebody happened to hear it, and they're like, "You listen to Eminem?" I was like, "Yeah, I like Eminem. What's wrong with that?"
Were you always proper at work years ago?
Well, after I became a first sergeant, absolutely. Before I became a first sergeant, when I was on the flight line, absolutely not. People used to know on the flight line, when I was working on the flight line, they knew that if I was yelling and screaming and swearing and just ranting and raving, I was in a good mood and having a good time. It's when I got quiet that people worried.
Yeah.
Chris said, "Yeah, but she leaves school and goes home to the most immature person in her life, and it's not Junior." I think he means Kenny.
Tough to get a good joint on me.
Wait, now you're talking about getting a joint? What?
I mean, a joint.
Depends on where you're at. That could be a bad thing. Yep, man child. Yep. Just know, Kelly, that my wife knows your pain. My wife has spent her life raising 4 kids, and then a grandkid, and now a husband.
Remember to breathe while soldering.
Yeah,
I need a new bass. This one sucks.
How can you get any of those good fumes if you're not breathing? I like these bigger windows. They're going a lot quicker. And for you, those of you out there in YouTube land, I don't know if you understand why I keep flipping this over. When I flip it over, what I'm doing on the inside is trimming off the plastic that the files have left behind. There's a burr back here on the back when I get done with the file. I'm just trying to get rid of that.
I hope all this lead poisoning has me in a state so when I do go into a nursing home in the future. Well, it's full ignorance. I used to work in nursing homes.
Well, see, that's the thing is I'm gonna refuse to go into a nursing home when I get old enough. By God, I plan on living long enough to be a pain in the ass for my kids. The only one of them that, well, there's only one of them that could possibly afford to put me in a home. So the rest of them have to live with me.
I can't imagine soda.
Just so you guys know, if you're flying to Alaska, it will be Talkeetna initially, and then eventually Juneau. Check and see who's in the tower. Well, my son is up in Alaska going to school to be an air traffic controller. And should he be listening ever, I want him to take it as Dad's messing with me.
That'll be a heck of a job.
I know I couldn't do that job. I could not take the stress of that job.
Yeah. You're dealing with people's lives.
Yep. But what's funny is I couldn't take the stress of being a air traffic controller, but I could take the stress of working directly on an airplane that somebody straps 20,000 pounds of metal directly to their butt, and if I'm not doing my job, the bad things could happen. The proverbial bad things.
Oh, come on.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
The hell if we don't mend our ways.
Oh. Kenny just said that he feels like he just left the strip club. He's been hanging out with the strippers. He's full of glitter. And Chris just said, I accused my wife of stripping during the day because she's always has glitter on her from her crafts. So the question is, are you sure she's been doing crafts? Or is that just a setup? Joking, Chris. I'm sure she's been doing crafts.
With the money you guys from dancing.
And Chris just said, Buck's an aircraft mechanic. That's why I drive everywhere. I only worked on fighters, never heavies. Stood fire guard on a refueling of a heavy one time. It was a kind of unique experience and very boring. My job was to stand at the back of the airplane and watch the wings and make sure no fuel came out. My actual job at the time was that I was the classified courier for the pallet that had classified parts on it. So when it went out to the jet, I went out to the jet.
I'm weaning down off the builds I was going to do because this is going to, I want to take my one. So I'm going to do the Jesse build, the Tom Daniel build, and then probably the Hustler Galactica. Maybe a Chippy Open.
Well, I've got 3 builds. Or is it 2? I think it's only 2 builds that I plan on doing for sure, other than the Queen Mary 2.
Well, we got the Voltron. I'm gonna do that one.
Yeah. I've got the. I plan on doing the T-26. Where there it is. The T-26 that I won the photo etch for. Not sure what I'm going to do for the Jesse build. This, going to obviously have all my part works going on, but not positive at this point what else I'm going to be able to get done. I know that I want the Delta Flyer in there somewhere.
I'm going to do this one for Star Wars. I'm going to do the Jesse build and see how many Shelf Queens I can get done.
Yeah, wait, you can't do the Shelf Queens anymore because remember, Kenny said 2021 was the year of the Shelf Queen. Then he bought a house.
Well, there's the Interceptor test fitted.
Nice. Is that actually glued or just dry fit? Is that actually glued or just dry fit?
Yeah, just dry fit. This foldable hatch is a joke. That's just going to have to get glued.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any big problems with it aside from having to chop off the pilot's feet.
He's okay. He's one of the new Cylons where the pilot is, Cylons. Cylons in Star Wars. Yeah, he's a Cylon where the pilot is now part of the ship. Chris
I know some people had complained about the wings kind of being off kilter, but I don't have any problem with mine.
Oh, they look good.
Good.
Chris said he's going to do the armor, the helicopter, and the Jesse group builds.
I might break out the Bandai kit and see if there's any extra greeblies I can put on this one that are missing.
I want to build.
Chris said he has to finish at least 2 others. That's the thing is I will get 2 of the part works done this year. The X-Wing and the T-800 I have all the parts for, so there's no reason why I shouldn't finish them.
Okay, making these wires way too long because doing in sections. Always good to have longer wiring than too short.
Absolutely.
Oh, great. These are the worst alligator clips that came on my Yihua, my Vietnamese or Chinese power supply. They don't really close in the wires too well.
Well,
You gotta swap it.
my Sky Top Power came with those clips.
What I would like is those flat ones.
Oh yeah, the I forget what those are called. I got a bunch of copper ones. I use those as little heat sinks when I'm soldering.
Speaking of which, thank you for reminding me, Spence. I got to remember to turn my soldering iron back down from 750. I was doing. I'm still using magnet wire, and I was making. Let's see. I made 4 strands into one, and then I took. There were 3 of those, and so I took the 3 3 single strands off of there and made them into one.
Okie dokie.
Do you still hear me all right, Kenny?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Huh. Let me take a look at something. Because I just happened to look at what's on YouTube. So Discord is putting out. Wow, is YouTube that far behind? Actually, it looks like Discord not Discord, but OBS just froze. Chris just said.
Yeah, Chris, these are
Okay.
These are crazy. I don't know where these are supposed to come out of the TIE fighter. I think, yeah, I'm not using these. I mean, it sits pretty stable, but it's really goofy looking. I don't know. Maybe they're supposed to be like what's on the Star Destroyer, and then the ship just sits on it. I don't know.
Okay, video just started moving on Discord again. I didn't do anything. I was just looking at it.
Now, here's the question. Should I put an LED light in there somewhere?
Yes.
The reference photos had a single ugly-looking yellow bulb, and that was it.
And
So?
dumbass on you.
Uh-oh. Everybody look busy. Chris is coming.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Chris.
You know, it's funny, too, because the back of the pilot is hollow, and you can see through the back window the back of his head, so it's just the big hollow spot. That's funny.
So apparently you scared Chris away, Spence.
Yes, there is a huge difference.
You mean in the size of the window, Chris, or the fact that?
I think he means the delay.
Yeah. Well, usually it's about 7 seconds, but I don't know on the when going from Discord. So let me see. That is some serious latency. And I think what happened is that OBS got stupid again. Yeah, OBS is again frozen. So hang on, let me flip back over to Stream Health. Yeah, the delay is huge right now, especially with OBS losing its mind every now and then. Not shutting down, guys. I'm just going to flip over to the title cards and back, see if I can kick OBS in the butt and make it work.
Reset.
And it might be OBS. Well, no. Okay, there we go. So that's the thing is I forget to look over to at OBS and see how well it's going, but it looks like it is again going correctly. Let me see. Let me move this. Wow, we've got about double the delay. It's about a 15-second delay right now. Usually it's about a 7-second delay. Okay, Eric, you can have all your money back that you paid for this stream.
I don't know if you heard, Eric. No canopy problems for me.
And since Eric didn't, pay anything for this stream, I think that means he owes us money. Eric has gotten very quiet suddenly.
Yeah, throw a resistor on these.
Eric said he loves your interceptor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let me see. Oh man, just realized I've done all the windows on the after the ship here. I didn't do them on the other side yet. But I'm getting very close. Who am I kidding? I've got this one section here done. I've got 3 more sections with more windows than that on it. But I'm getting closer to having the windows all done. Just for giggles. Because I told Eric I might, these circular ones, I might just, told Eric I might just do a Raytheon for these circular ones. I'm going to see how hard they are to actually cut out.
Get to the interceptor.
All right. Yeah. 114. Let's see. 3.5 to 5 might work.
Buck, are you on OBS right now, or are you just streaming straight from your camera?
OBS.
You're on OBS. Okay. I was wondering if there was maybe a way to switch cameras in the Discord chat from one to another. I don't think there is a way to do it.
There is.
Unless you're using OBS.
There is. So actually, I'm going straight to Discord with the camera. And then...
Oh, okay. No, never mind. I do see a way to switch between cameras. Yes.
Yeah, the Discord window is just... is popped out, and that's what I'm streaming.
Yeah.
So when
there are different options here if you click on the camera icon.
Yeah, just like it's showing on mine right now. I've actually changed that once or twice during this stream.
Okay.
And there's actually the share your screen one. Eric and I were on yesterday, and that one actually worked out really well. So because I was able to, he was on his phone, so he didn't have a very big window, but I was able to share the instructions and show him how I'm what I want to say.
Yeah.
I'm doing a highlight on parts on the parts map so that I know I don't have to look there anymore because I've used those parts.
I wonder if I did a share your screen on the pop-out chat. You can't really see it.
Well, hang on. You popped it out.
I popped it out, but it shows up really tiny. You can't read it.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is I just clicked on it, and now you can. You know, I made it big. I mean, it's tiny. You can't really read it when it's, you know, in the quad.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of pointless since people on YouTube can read the chat anyway. So.
Yeah. There is surprisingly a lot of functionality to Discord. More than I expected. That's not the...
Well, that's pretty good.
Had to teach Eric how to run a highlighter?
Yes, I had to teach Eric how to run a highlighter in a PDF. Because what I do with my instructions is I have the instructions open to whatever page I'm on. You know, like this step, I'm between step 7 and step 6 right now because I'm doing the windows. But when I'm looking for a part, I have the parts map open. That way I can, you know, I highlight whatever parts I've used. That way I'm not looking for those parts.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Useful.
So by the way, Eric, you can cut out these half moon windows. It takes a little bit, but you can get them out. But again, your problem is going to be you don't have the microfiles like I do.
Alright, so I can in fact use a resistor for 14.4 volt use on a 9 to 12 volt LED tape, and it will dim it down pretty nice, and it'll still work.
Yeah.
Don't tell Eric that. He'll just tell you resistors are futile.
Yeah. Well, I think someone was saying last week that if I did that, it would kind of cancel it.
Yeah, the math is not straightforward, so it's really just easier to kind of guess and check a little bit.
I
Yeah.
like it. You can't, because the white. Hang on. Kill this light again.
I want a pale ceiling lights
Okay.
for the shuttle, but
So you can see the half moon windows,
Yeah.
and I actually got that one out
Yeah.
perfect.
do you need this? Could you just scrape them?
No, they're
Like
actually
Gordon was doing?
they're actually a little bit thick. I had to use a half moon file, the scalpel, and the drill.
No, but I mean, can you get light through them
Oh yeah, absolutely.
without drilling open the holes?
Oh yeah, you can. But here's the thing: when after you primer, paint color, light block, you know, to me it's easier to go through and do all this than to sit here and try and figure out how to get something in here, paint masks into each of these little windows and on the back as well.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because that'll be a lot of paint layers.
I mean, it's doable.
Gotcha.
It's just I decided to go with this way.
Right. Okay.
No, Kenny, not 24 volts.
Yes, 24 volts. Yes.
Like it.
Isn't that how you tell if a 9-volt battery is good? So by the way, just to let you guys know, this little section of windows up here, that's about 2 hours. So these round ones are probably going to be another 2 or 3 hours. This is as bad as drilling windows for a Titanic. I wonder, instead of using the little monster, let's see if the Dremel will kick all over the place.
Oh, I remember people were talking about photo the other day. Then I got these from my local hobby shop about 10 years ago. They were only about $5. They're just flat nose, flat edged pliers. I also got a couple pieces of felt. These are all I needed. I haven't needed complicated bending cars.
Yeah. These, I think were Michael's. I think. I don't remember how much they were though. They were part of a set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you. Yeah.
So, for the most part,
My kids.
this is what I've used to build. What is it? Metal Earth kits. So this truly, a regular pair of tweezers is all you need to bend photo etch. The flat nose, needle nose are nice to help out. And I actually have a photo etch bender that I bought from, where was it? It was from, I forget the name of the company. It escapes me.
Well, you see, Buck, I took your philosophy. I bought one of these.
Yep.
I still haven't used it yet.
Yeah. It's not using it. It's just having it.
I have a plastic one.
Paragraphics has one.
I have that too, the photo.
Thank you.
It doesn't really fold anymore. It bent out of shape. It was good for a couple. But I get the same now too, which doesn't really work because it's plastic.
Oh, yeah.
So, Spence?
And it costs me like $30.
You said the magic word. Paragraphics is the one that I've got. And it's actually a photo etch kit that you build.
For photo etching.
Yeah. For some reason,
it doesn't fold in.
I buy tools that are model kits.
Yeah.
I see your boss has said you are not paying me enough attention, Jalen.
That's right.
You know, that just reminded me. Kenny has got to get his shop done because I don't think any of us has seen Max in a year and a half.
No, I've only seen the older, whatever they're called, pictures on Facebook pop up recently.
Yeah. Max is
what
a
are
cool
those called?
cat.
Timeline or something?
Yeah. Yeah, the timeline, memories, whatever.
Memories.
Yeah.
Memories. Depending on what's going on, memories pop up and they're like, yeah, see, this is how good your life used to be.
In case anybody's wondering, this is the bite-sized Claude.
Oh no! As soon as you brought that out, I was like, oh, nightmares.
There is a pretty, how easy it would be to see, but there's a come on, focus.
And that's the resin engine, isn't it?
Yeah, let me see if I can get this to focus. I couldn't quite get it to fit in just so. So there is a little bit of a gap in the cowling. But
You're talking that little bitty gap at the front?
huh? Yeah, that little mini gap right there.
At that scale, I would say that's where the oil leaks out. I wouldn't.
I've been sanding on that a little bit, trying to get that a little better.
I wouldn't even bother with it because, okay, here's what you do, Spence. Hold that part in your fingers and focus on that gap.
Mm-hmm.
Then stretch your arm out as far as you can. And if you can still see the gap, don't worry about it anyway.
Mind the gap, Buck. Mind the gap, Buck.
No. Not when you follow the 6 foot, or in that case of stretching your arm out, 3 foot rule.
I am going to make a change because this is no longer the World War II build. Get this focused right. I'm going to go with the camo paint scheme.
Well, you could just crash it, and then that gap would have happened during the crash.
No.
On the other hand, you do have to look at Eric's and say, holy shit, that guy did good on that thing.
And there is all sorts. I mean, if this is the way like these halfway decent airplane kits are, I'd be spoiled because photo etch, canopy masks.
Is the chat still active?
I think everybody fell asleep.
I don't know how many people are watching. I just have to pop out chat.
Analytics, there are still... Wow, we were at 11 viewers a few minutes ago, but we must have done something really terrible because we're down to 7. Oh, now the 11 disappeared. So YouTube's basically fucking with me.
I showed him that gap on the cow, and everybody just ran home screaming.
Chris just said, and I can agree with his sentiment. Why are you building such a small plane?
Because I won it on an HLI raffle. Me, Buck, and Eric, we all 3 won it. And we had a choice of 3 different planes. We all chose the same one.
Yep, and that was when I don't know if you knew Eric then or not, but that was pretty much when I met you and Eric.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'd seen Eric. Oh. Was he on Sci-Fi Fantasy?
I think so. I think he's been following Kenny for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. Eric would have to chime in on that. But...
Yeah. Well, it's funny because every now and then, if you listen, Kenny will hassle Eric about rebranding and about deleting everything from your channel. Apparently that's happened once or so.
Yeah, he was Rascal's Hobbies, then he was Eric McAllister, then it was Eric's Hobbies, or some other stuff going on. Every now and then Kenny was like, stop it.
Yeah, I was on Sci-Fi Fantasy, but not very a Facebook type site. But I didn't really get familiar with Eric until he was doing the Rust Bucket.
He was on Sci-Fi Fantasy for a while. I didn't know it was more of a lurker. Yeah. I was over on Boyd's new forum, but then, yeah, and then everybody moved over to Google Plus, and I think that's when I think when it blew up was when I finally got serious about Hobby Link International, or Sci-Fi Fantasy.
So I pointed this out with Eric yesterday. Here's where the bracing goes, right here, and there's a window right there at the top of it. This round one is even worse. This round one right here, this brace literally covers it. So I may hog it out a little bit so that I can get light through it. I may not. And Chris said in the chat, Eric the Menace. Eric's not a menace, except for to model kits. And then it's only ones that are half built that he gets bored with. What's funny is I almost said Enterprise. His Titanic has got enough windows that he's gotten bored. He was going to sink it, and then he got bored with it, and now he's not going to sink it.
Oh crap! I forgot to label it.
I will tell you guys
Pull this out.
usually I end up doing a little bit more after the stream gets over. I do believe today's going to be a day that I go and play Baldur's Gate instead.
I don't know. The trouble with that solar is getting that to be perfectly smooth against the tape. You may pull the tape off too quick.
Do you heat it up or anything before you work with it, or just use it like room temperature?
I use room temperature.
Okay.
Did I just blow some?
Eric just woke up. He just said, "I'm awake" in the chat. So, Eric, if you can get your knife into these round windows, the half moon ones, they're not that bad. If you can, well, if you can get the your knife into them, and if you can get your file in them. Let me just see. Is that the round? No, that's not the round one. Ah, there it is. So this, Eric, this is the round file on the flat on one side, round on the other. It doesn't go very far in, but it does go in enough to let you clean up the inside of this window. Matter of fact, it actually does better than that little file. It goes about that far in, Eric. And everybody else on YouTube. Yeah, probably. You might want to. Chris said he bent the front fender down to match the reference. Now he's got to check and see if the track still fits. If it doesn't, what you do is what what's his name? Modeling at Night or whatever. The guy who says "my friends."
Night shift.
Night shift, yeah.
Yeah. What you do is you just cut the fender off. One of the videos that he did, I watched where he just cut the fender off of the tank to get it to where he wanted it.
You know, the key to using a plastic parts organizer is remembering that your parts are actually in the parts organizer.
That helps. The other key is labels. Hang on. Labels, so you know which step they're from.
No, I was just sitting here looking at my box. It's like, where's the brass etch? And it's like not in the box. And like, oh, wait a minute. I have a parts organizer somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Sitting here trying to remember where I put the My clock. Oh, there it is. Night shift, yes. So I will be right back, guys. I am out of tea.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What are we doing? Right. Okay. So what the hell is the other one then? Hmm. Let's do
Rob?
I don't know what these wires are for.
Oh.
I thought through the observation windows, but I have the labeled.
They could be ones that twist together for something else in the model. Round 2 does that sometimes.
No, it's just I'm using it again.
Oh.
And I've got everything labeled except for these two.
Hmm.
Wait. Okay. It is labeled just further up. 96. What are these? 96. Wait, well, I got some. These. Oh. Man. I'm gonna have to pop this open. This could be bad. D6. Y.
And I'm back.
That one's not even labeled. Probably not even the right one because they don't matter. Now I'm gonna try all of them. Okay, let's try.
Step number 1 on the Claude. Photo etch onto photo etch, onto clear acetate film, onto plastic, onto resin, and it's all got to be pre-painted.
Are you saying that's a difficult kit?
Yeah, that's just cover all the bases.
Step 1, clear space on desktop. Step 2, smash forehead into cleared space. And step 3 is repeat as necessary. Kenny said that's just too much, Spence.
Figuring it out, Jalen, or
I blew out my photon torpedo.
oh,
What, the LED?
Yeah.
Do you have a spare?
I know something out different that I had. No, I shouldn't have because I had a resistor. Okay, one minute dry.
Well, Eric has proven that resistors don't always work at 24 volts.
Yeah.
if it was working before and there's a resistor on it, then no, I don't see why you should have blown it out.
Yeah. So I was getting confused with another LED. Ramp it up very slowly without a resistor.
What voltage is it supposed to be working at?
Well, it's not resistor normally.
Oh,
So I don't know.
those round 2 LEDs aren't pretty resistor.
Yeah, round 2.
I think they're resistored on the board, not on the
No,
LED itself.
This is for TI. This is the 10 controls board.
Oh.
Okay. And I kept them all out. Because they're not attached to the board yet, so they weren't resistor, but I thought I attached them.
Well,
I was testing them at 3 volts because the light I was thinking it was has a 3 volt resistor on it to dim it down. So I thought I could crank it up to 3 volt, but it's too high for the ones I just did.
yeah, the red LEDs are really
red?
sensitive.
No, yeah, Amber. It's the ramp.
It still could be too high. 3 could still be too high.
Is the onion
Yeah.
bulb completely closed up?
Yes, it is.
Oh, damn it.
Shit.
No. It was how many rings? It was like 8 LEDs daisy chained.
Yeah, I was curious when you put a picture of that up on HLI, exactly how that's wired. It seemed very weird to me.
Yeah. Those ones in there. So I didn't label it down at the end like I did all the other ones. So I thought it was light. Well, the thing is, if he wasn't so freaking expensive, I would just deal without having him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still have the rear ones. But
Is it just the photon torpedo? Or is it the whole thing?
it's the photon torpedo.
'Cause, I don't know.
But that's the whole reason. That's the whole reason I spent money on that board.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking at it, and I haven't built mine, so I don't know how hard or easy it would be to get the bridge back off. But if you can get an opening to where you can stick an LED in there.
Yeah.
Eric just said, send it his way, he'll fix it. Somebody should slap Eric, because right now somebody is very upset with themselves. Tomorrow is the day for that joke, not right now.
There. Some bitch.
Because I will tell you right now, Jalen, I feel your pain. I've done that shit before.
There.
Oh, he's got it off.
Oh, good.
You hear the SOB and the large crack of two parts coming loose.
Now it's a matter of just sticking a red LED in there.
Only one mounting peg, two mounting pegs broke off. You don't need them.
Yeah,
There you go.
you're going to be able to get that back together easy.
Yeah.
I would
Wait, Kenny.
email Ralph and see if you can get a replacement.
Kenny, I don't know if you want to be saying that in live chat, live public chat, because he just said, "Holy crap, Jalen just got it off." Damn it, Jalen! There went the PG street, PG for sure. That's awesome that you were able to get it open.
I'm going to get back from 10 on. I just need to reinstall LED.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
it wasn't hooked up.
Okay, then that's fine.
Wow, when did Dan sneak in here?
Because it's super glued in there.
Oh, the LED?
Yeah, well, it's attached to the. Well, I thought I got spares because they come with both photo etch. It's the small. It goes. It's on there. These came together. So I just gotta get the.
Eric had to correct himself. Eric had to correct himself.
I have it. Yep.
His comment was he rubbed one out on a Klingon ship.
Oh boy.
Kelly said, geez. And Kenny said, sweet deal, nice save, Jalen.
Yes.
Dan just said that he's been lurking.
I have to cut these out because I've got it super glued. I've got the fabric paint, and I have hot glue.
Oh yeah. I'd get in there with some tweezers and dig a little bit at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think you'll find that all that will not hold near as well as you think it will when you're actually trying to take it apart.
True.
And it, depending
I
on
think I will spend the rest of the stream picking out paint.
depending on how hard it is stuck in there, Jalen, you could actually probably just get get part of that bulb out of the way and put one right behind it.
Yeah. Mm. Well, not really, because there's 8 of them.
Oh, there's 8 LEDs in there?
Yeah, they're daisy
Yeah.
chains.
Holy.
Like a pattern.
Because they go into this photo etch, Pete, and then it goes onto the tube.
Okay.
So there are, if I understand it right, 8 LEDs.
And then you go in the middle.
So all the positives and negatives are tied. And then there's just a single pair that runs back to a single resistor on the tenant controls board.
Exactly. And
I do not like the way that is done at all.
meaning
You're running 8 LEDs in parallel off a single resistor. I do not like that at all.
yeah.
Well, do all of them flash when it ramps up?
The red one flashes by itself. The amber ones just ramp up and then shut off when it fires.
So you've actually got 2 resistors that are working there. But still, anything in series sucks when you do wiring.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But they're all parallel.
If they're
All the positives are together and all the negatives are together.
okay, so you're right. They're all parallel, which is not bad, actually.
It's not good.
Yeah, the single resistor is not good, but it's one of these things that if you lose one LED, if you don't pop all 8, but you pop one, you'll be okay.
Then the others will slip. Yeah, but it's
parallel, so they all fry.
Yeah,
One wire going to all of them. There's a wire wrapped around each leg, one wire wrapped around each leg, but then one leg was left open, and then that goes to power. One wire.
Yeah.
one wire goes. Yeah. So, yeah. What voltage is the board supposed to be running at? 12 volts, and there's 8 LEDs.
12 volts.
8 LEDs, 12 volts.
I know what you're thinking, Spence, but it should, with it being parallel rather than series, you don't have any voltage drop. All of them get applied the same voltage.
If it's possible to run 8 in series at 12 volts, but I'd have to look at it close to see exactly how it's done. If they were all ran in series, though, if you popped one, they'd all go.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, if they were in series, if you popped one, you'd have to figure out which LED was bad, because the rest of them should still be good.
Right. And running 8 in parallel with a single resistor, I think that's. I hate to say it, but I think it'd be really irresponsible for me to conjure up something like that.
So, based on the chat, I think we just killed Eric. Just from those 2 emojis, I think we killed Eric. Eric, are you okay? Are you still breathing?
Sir, are you okay?
Grabs popcorn and watches mental tennis match. By the way, Eric, one day, a few years from now, you'll have these conversations as well, because you'll have blown up LEDs and figured out stuff, and you're gonna do things that you don't mean to, and you're gonna figure out why that happened.
And of course, I have it. Of course, that's a small problem, but I have the length of the neck here, so I can't just pull the wires out because they're going to be a little,
No,
but
what you should be able to do, if anything, unless the wires are glued down somewhere in the neck, you should be able to pull the one wire from the far end attach, before you pull it, attach it to another wire and pull that wire through.
Yeah. Okay.
Or if you have styrene tube, that's how I did the wiring in the shuttle tower. Is I ran styrene tube up from the bottom to where I could get the additional wiring in as I went through.
Mm-hmm. There, I got it out.
Oh, okay.
Wow. What a cluck and fuster.
Yeah. Good thing we got some group bills.
Oh, now I've got to see these instructions.
You said that's the tenant controls one?
There's like 4 different versions of downloadable instructions on the internet.
Well, actually, where all these lights go for the entire ship, certain ones, you have to go to one of his private videos.
Oh, I see front tube. I see front tube illumination. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 LEDs. LED 24 through 30, and then 5 for some odd reason.
There's his instructions.
So, Spence, Eric has a really great suggestion in the chat. You need to do a light board for the Claude.
I also have a good suggestion for Eric. I'm not going to say it on stream because that would probably violate TOS, but
It has something to do with a dock and taking a long walk, I believe.
yeah, sure.
Oh.
These are all wired in parallel. Not a fan of that.
This is part of the reason that most of my wiring, unless it's aftermarket from the company or I do it myself, is, I don't buy other kits besides, or other boards besides HLI or the ones directly from the company.
1350 container battle cruiser. Option AA, double B, whatever. So much.
What I could do is just sell the board itself without the LED on eBay and just use the round 2 board that I have.
Or you can just use some, if you have them, any kind of LEDs.
Don't say it.
What, LEDs?
Oh, never mind.
You thought I was going to say something about blowing it up, didn't you?
You were going to say an HLI board.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say an HLI board. You could.
I could.
That's what I would have done originally. If I had either. I had it. But
I don't understand some of these instructions.
just thought it would be cool to have like the work light with the sound, but it's like I was using the government stimulus at the time, so I didn't care about the price. The price is outrageous.
They're like, which Katinga instructions do I use? Is it like on the front page? It should say model Katinga dash something something.
Yeah, no, I think they're one size fits all.
No.
You have to look at his private video to see.
Oh boy. Why?
Well, I will say I've never done a Tenna controls kit, so I don't know.
Well, I know why it's a private video, so that people don't copycat.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though that's exactly what was done to us, but that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
And it's obvious information.
Well,
Yeah.
Spence, the reason people
It's
are
just telling me where to put the LEDs.
Spence, the reason people are copying the HLI boards is because you guys are cheaper than anybody else.
Yeah.
And as you can see on my desk here, let me see if I can. You can see it still going since May, non-stop.
It's just before the HLI boards came out. I had bought light kits for all of my models, most of them.
Jalen, you did it the easy way. Let me show you the hard way of buying light kits for all your models. This is all stuff for lighting.
Oh gosh.
Well, hang on, there's more. But wait, there's more. This is stuff for lighting. This is stuff for lighting. I have lights for every one of my models. I just have to figure out how they go in.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is this week's the first full week of work, so hopefully we get back on track.
Why are you swearing at us there, Spence?
What?
You swore at us.
Oh, Jesus.
You used the W
First
word.
week- the first week of doing things to get paid for.
Ah, you mean work?
What?
Oh shit, man. Okay.
Well, actually, it all depends too, Spence, because we have an AFMC Family Day on Friday to match up with Martin Luther King Day next Monday. So I could take Friday off without any problem if I wanted to.
That's true.
I'm gonna properly label these wires. Yeah, I don't. In order to put up the grid, you know, really apply it. I don't like it because I have some of the interior lights with LED tape that you want to test at full power.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. People will be kicked.
Oh, that's right. Eric did buy the same cutting mat as me. Why did you get pink?
He wants pink now.
Mm.
He wasn't quite out enough with the sleep meds when he bought it.
Right.
All right. Whoever's Eric's Secret Santa this year, you know what you got to do.
Get him Ghostbusters 2016?
Galaxy Quest 2.
Actually, they haven't made it, but there are rumors that Simon Pegg is trying to do a Galaxy Quest TV show.
Inception.
So if I remember right, I had about 4 of these windows over here done. And so we'll call it about 10 or 12 windows took 2 hours. And 4 of these round ones took an hour. Believe it?
I got the interceptor test fitted and then put the clock back in the box.
Mostly. And blew up the photon torpedoes launcher.
And Eric said, I'll effing smack you, Buck, if anyone gets me that crap movie. Of course, he's never seen it.
Oh, wait. Hey, Eric, have you seen Zardoz? We'll get you that one. With Sean Connery.
Oh, wow.
Eric gets a goofy movie. He does indeed.
You just gotta find
Kenny?
what was the name of those short? What movie?
Kenny, Ghostbusters 2016. Eric really, really wants that movie for Christmas. Or his birthday next month. Oh.
He needs the DVD, the Blu-ray, the 3D Blu-ray, the 4K master.
Don't forget the digital copy.
That's right. He's got to watch it on his.
Yes.
Got to be able to watch it on his phone.
Yes, he does have a birthday coming up in February. I won't throw it out the whole thing. But his birthday is at the end of February. Eric, do you feel the love?
Eric?
That's funny. Kenny said almost the exact same thing. He says, "Don't you feel the love?" We actually listened to you. Oh, that would be awesome. An HLI movie giveaway with only Eric's name on the wheel.
And only Ghostbusters 2016 on the draw list.
Yep. And Kenny outed him. It's the 26th of February. You know, another movie we could possibly get him, but he'd probably like it, would be, what is it? Forbidden Planet.
It's a good one.
It is a good one, and it's one that Roddenberry stole a bunch of ideas for Star Trek.
That's like my mom's favorite sci-fi movie.
Oh, I love it. I watched it recently, and if I have time, the 27-inch C57D will be my my TV and movie group build.
I need to get one of those.
Good luck, Spence, because I stole the one I have.
know.
Those things are running. I have seen one for as little as 100, but I usually, when you see the 27 inches, they're upwards of 200.
Yep. But then again, it took a while, but Jupiter 2 did finally swing its way back around.
Yeah. That would be cool, too. And I think a lot of people would actually buy it if round 2 would repop that thing.
Yeah. Well, hold on a second. The flying saucer from another planet, the recent rebox. What one is that?
That
the
is
smaller kit.
That is the C57D 1/144th scale instead of 1/72nd.
So it is. Okay, so it is a smaller kit.
Yeah, it's a small kit. It has a light kit that comes with it. I mean, it's not a bad little kit, but it is little.
Yeah.
Eric just sent.
Well, I still got the sandpit drill.
Yeah.
You do need to see that movie, Eric. That is like as classic sci-fi gets.
That's actually one that, I don't buy a whole lot of movies, but that's one I'm actually thinking I might buy. And it's 60 years old, 65 years old, and they still sell it for like $14.
Yeah. Well, I do have the Hanabu, or however you pronounce it, the Squadron German saucer.
I have two. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
You have two Hanabu 2. That would have to. I think that would have to be a Chippy Group build, though. I don't think that fits into any category.
Yeah. Well, I also the Revell one that they came out with. Yeah, it's the small C57D is about the size of a dinner plate. The Revell one, when they came out with it, and it said Nazis, and they pulled it back and everything because all the controversy that was up to 350 at one point. I picked up two of those when they dropped back down to $50.
I got one just before they went belly up. I heard the rumor, and I managed to find one before the prices blew up.
Well, the one from Squadron, I actually, after they declared that they were going bankrupt, I watched and I caught one, was able to find one for like $70. My second one. So Kenny dropped out, guys. He has got things to do. Oh, he's got to bring Ava home.
He's got things to do.
Kenny has a life. So actually we're at 3:02, so we're at our 3 hours. I'm going to close down the stream, guys. Out there in YouTube land, it has been a blast. Hope to see you on Tuesday and next Sunday, whenever Spence, when next time you stream or post a video. Jalen, same for you.
It's probably going to be next Sunday. I'm trying to stick to a schedule this year, so.
All right. Good. Well, no.
All right. Talk to you guys out in YouTube land later.